Guys, you're doing too much. You don't need 14 plugins with 3 of them sidechain, soothe, to your 808, to your kick. You're doing too much, and I'm here to prove it to you. So let's get into it. Yo, what's good, guys? Inswain with Inswain Audio. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, subscribe and stick around because I drop gems like this every single day. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss them. Anyways, today I'm going to prove to you that maybe you're doing too much. Now, I just want to get this out of the way to begin with. There's times where you need to do a lot. You need to use a lot of plugins or gear, whatever. There's a lot of work needs to be done. So don't take this as always. But if you find yourself always doing a lot, maybe you're doing too much, because not every song needs that. So I just wanted to get that out of the way because I'm the first one to advocate for, if you got to do 12 plugins to get something to work, that's fine. A lot of people say you should never do that, and that's not the case. I'm not here to say that. I do that quite often, but not every song. So if you find yourself always doing a lot, maybe you're doing too much, and I'm here to prove it to you. So I'm going to play you this mix right here. It's an instrumental that I made. It's a trap beat. Listen to it. You'll hear that it's clear, punchy, no masking, loud, upfront. All the things you're looking for in a mix, and then I'll break it down for you and show you that maybe you're doing too much. So here it is. Okay, sounds good, right? Well, what if I told you that on my drum bus, all I had was a little compression, 2 compressors, little compression. On my hi-hat, all I did was pan it. Didn't do any actual processing to the sound. The clap, I did literally nothing. The snare, literally nothing. And the 808 just has an EQ rolling off a little bit of shelving in the lows. And then my tag has a lot of effects because it's my tag, but that doesn't count. That's just a preset I have. The Vox just has a delay on it. It has a quarter note delay. And the loop that I use for the horn melody just has an EQ rolling off some lows and a compressor. And then I did a version of it with halftime for the B section for the verse, which is not really a mixing thing. It was more like a sound design production thing. So that's all I did. And then, yeah, I mastered it, did some mix bus processing, but that's all that was needed to be done. So maybe you're doing too much. And obviously, if these were live recorded instruments, I would probably have to do more. But the thing is in modern music, a lot of pop, trap, things like that, we're using samples like a clap sample, a snare sample, a kick sample. These samples have already been processed to death before they're even put in the kit that the producer downloaded, that they put into their project, that they put 14 more plugins on, right? By the time you're getting them, they've already been so processed that the sound is good in isolation. You just need to make it work in the mix, which sometimes is nothing. Sometimes it's a little EQ, maybe a little compression, right? I can't really say exactly, it always changes, but the sounds in isolation are already pretty much objectively pristine. You just need to make them work in the mix, like fit things in, piece them together, frequency-wise, etc. You're not mixing a raw recorded snare shell that, needs tons of processing to get it up to par. And once again, sometimes you do need to do a lot, but most of the time you don't. I always go with the philosophy of I'm willing to do as much as it takes. If I need to do 87 plugins, I'm willing to do that, but I'm trying to do as little as possible. So if I need to do 87, I'm only doing 87. I'm not doing 88 or 89. If I can get away with doing nothing, which a lot of times you can, especially with, like I said, process samples, sometimes they don't need anything. They're already good to go. Anything I would do would just degrade the quality, make it less clear, less punchy, whatever. So that's the main takeaway, is you don't need to do too much always. And this right here is proof of it. I had to just pull this up to show you because I could say it, but you might not believe it. But here it is right here. You heard the mix, sounds good, and there's multiple tracks with literally nothing on it. So once again, that's not to say that you can't do a lot, and it's not to say that you always need to do a little. It depends, but I just wanted to instill in your mind that you don't always need to do so much. I know it's easy to get carried away. You start watching tutorials like this one here. You learn this trick and this trick and this side chain and this saturation, mid side, and you start adding them to the tools to your tool belt. And then when you go to mix a song, you're doing 47,000 different tricks that all sound okay on their own, but you don't need to do them all together on every song. So that's the main takeaways. Don't get too carried away. Let me know down in the comments below if you liked it. If you wouldn't mind, could you please like and subscribe? It helps me out a ton. I appreciate you guys. If not, no worries, because I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Inswain with Inswain Audio. Peace.